Hey, this is Dale Tinsley. You're listening to the Connect Podcast. Our purpose is to guide you to connect with yourself so that you can connect with others and live a life of meaning and value. Continuing the series, Limitless Potential, Endless Refinement. Peace be with you, and welcome back to Connect. Hope today's message finds you in great spirits, full of vibrancy, and definitely full of energy. Because that is today's topic. Today's episode is energy. So what comes to mind when you think of energy? You think of movement, color, excitement, positive energy, negative energy. You ever really pause to think about it though? What is energy? Is it something you can hold? And I'm not talking about kinetic energy with machinery. I'm talking about us on this hero's journey. After reflecting on energy, I truly think it is our life force. It's bigger than our bodies. It's bigger than our mindset. It's our consciousness. It's pure. And feeling truly connected to yourself, you get a taste of that. So today we'll do a deep dive on it, cover a couple layers. What is it? What motivates it? How to harness it, how to build it, how to diffuse negative energy. Let's start off with what motivates it. What motivates your energy? What motivates the energy in others? Is it love? Is it fear? Is it hate? Is it our egos? Or is it our pure consciousness? Our spiritual selves? Feeling connected to everyone and ourselves, and feeling that connection and maintaining and building that connection with God, which ultimately is limitless. Surrendering to God, we tap into that energy. We feel that vibrancy. And it's endless. It never runs out when you tap into that. So we see energy in others if we're paying attention, using our awareness, which is our superpower. You walk into a room, you can feel the energy. If it's a good vibe, which people's energy, our energy, we put off vibration. We're tuned in to different frequencies depending on our level of awareness and our level of consciousness through the internal work that we do, freeing ourselves from the past, focusing on being present, seeing our own egos for what they are, and letting that go and choosing not to engage in it. Maybe you've heard people say, I got to protect my peace. I'm not going there. I want to protect my peace. But is it their peace that they're protecting? Or is it their energy, their life force? Because when you go and you deal with some negative people, don't you feel drained? They call them soul suckers, right? Or a negative Nancy, but let's stay with soul sucker, where they suck the life force out of you. We have to learn how to be around those types of people, because most of us have been that person at one point in our lives. I definitely have gone through some very dark periods, and the only way out is through. During those dark times, it's better to spend time alone, process and heal. But the soul suckers, whether it's by choice or they enjoy it, or maybe they're even unaware of how they are, try not to judge them. Just accept them for who they are and limit your exposure. Protect your peace, which is actually protecting your life force, your energy. And it's your story. It's your hero's journey. You're the writer, the director, the location scout, the cameraman, because it's through your eyes that you're experiencing this first person narrative of your life. So we can see energy in others. We can see how they move, how they treat people. And ultimately, what we look for is consistency, right? And some people are up and down, or they're easily influenced by outside things. We need to have empathy and compassion for them and for ourselves and for everybody. But we choose where we want to spend our time and with who and doing what. And having the right mindset to understand all of that. It's a growth mindset. And that little breakdown that I just gave, if you're in a fixed mindset, you're just going to judge. Judge them, judge those moments, judge those people. Growth mindset, you see it totally different. It might bring gratitude to you that you look at those people or those moments and you say, boy, I was like that and that was rough. Don't want to go back there. Paid the price internally to get past that state of mind, that level of awareness, that level of consciousness, to elevate ourselves, yourself, to a healed state. Everything is energy because everything is consciousness. Everything that is alive has energy. And as I say that, I think of animals as well. Because animals, you see, like if you have a dog and the dog tears something up, when you say, what is that? And then the dog kind of cowers. Or if the dog is angry or aggressive, then he shows teeth, right? And he's got that energy. But typically, animals are just so even-keeled. Now, domesticated animals like a dog or a cat, you know, then there's that one cat on Facebook, the white cat that's always got that smirk. He's pretty funny. But wild animals, you rarely see, you don't see any expression, right? They're just chill. It's just amazing, this whole life and experiencing consciousness and seeing ourselves in the mirror, looking at ourselves deep into our eyes, seeing ourselves in others as it reflects back to us who we are, where we are, or maybe a way that we have been in the past that we connect with. So having the right mindset to really understand energy will open you up to understanding yourself deeper, give you endless amounts of perspective, and also empathy and compassion for those that have lower energy and negative energy, because it's not a fun place to be. And what emotions are tied with that? If they're operating out of ego, judgment, fear, regret, jealousy, comparing, well, I don't have that, or Joe's got that, so I got to get one better. That's just a repetitive pattern and cycle of misery. It'll never be enough. There will always be someone with a newer version, or a bigger this, or a bigger that, or taller, or more muscles, or whatever. So comparison is the thief of joy. And seeing that for what it is will free you up to stay in your growth mindset, to live in gratitude and humility for who you are, who you've worked internally to become, through the self-reflection, through the meditation, through the self-awareness work, through the surrender with God, connecting to the source, and leading with love. And when you operate in your authenticity, your emotions are more even-keeled, they're managed. And when your emotions are more managed and you understand them and where they come from, what they're tied to, you're in a relaxed body, showing up as the best version of yourself. For yourself, for your kids, for your friends, for your family, for your co-workers, for humanity. Let's dig into positive energy and negative energy, how to build the positive, how to diffuse the negative. So what external sources can really affect our energy, and how do we build it? How do we cultivate it within ourselves and with others? Because we have that ability to influence, right? I sincerely hope that the Connect podcast influences you to think, to open your mind and open your heart and think. It's on us to free ourselves from the programming. It's on us to see that the programming that we received, it's not tattooed into us and stamped into us forever. We can change, we can grow, we can evolve, we can push, we can see it for what it is, diffuse it, let it dissolve away, and reprogram ourselves the way we want. With the qualities, characteristics, layers, levels that we truly desire. To show up in a relaxed body, to be confident internally, not based on what I have. That feeds the confidence. That's false confidence, because when that title's gone, when that car's gone, when that big house is gone, when that job's gone, you feel empty. So true confidence and true energy is all achieved with action. Thought, action, perseverance, determination, adaptability, courage. And at the front of that line is the willingness and the desire from your heart, not an external source of desire, because that external source is a key tell that it's coming from your ego. Well, I gotta have this because I wanna be seen that way. What about going to the gym? Pushing yourself. When you're stretching, you start focusing your mind, you got your music on. You can see the workout in your head. Start envisioning it. The pre-workout starts kicking in. Ooh, your heart rate starts pumping. Veins start opening up. That energy starts building because you know you're about to get in there and go to war. And push yourself with that gym mindset. Push yourself with that gym mindset beast mode. And then when you're done with that, you hit the gym mindset recovery so that you can rest, recover, repair, to do it again. What about the foods you eat? Do they support your life force? Do they support in building your energy? Or is it mostly processed filler foods? We got to ask ourselves these things. And don't we want to feel vibrant on our hero's journey? Don't we want to show up as the best version of ourselves and enjoy this life and squeeze all the juice out of it and not have any regrets? And push and push and push. And when the adventure's over, look back and say, oh yeah. You got a smile, you got a little grin on your face, in your heart, you feel humility, gratitude, and an abundance of love for the adventure and opportunities and willingness and courage that you took and that you had. And hopefully that you influenced and cultivated in your kids, in your friends, in your family. We can't talk about building energy and not bring up nature. Nature, the beach, the mountains. I think of Dr. Christina. She's always in the woods. She's always in nature, barefoot, breathing the fresh air, connecting. Don't you feel awesome when you go into nature? It's primal. It's part of who we are, experiencing nature's consciousness. And the trees and birds and just the whole ecosystem in nature, it's just effortless. There's no ego, it's pure. And when we spend the time in nature, we recharge our energy, we recharge our life force. You really stop to pick up a leaf. Pick up a leaf and look at the intricate details of that leaf. For those that are resistant or haven't truly opened their minds and their hearts to connecting with God and seeing that there is a creator and that it's all intelligent design. Some say it's random. They can think what they want. But go spend some time in nature and just really slow down and start really looking at the details. All these different trees and tree bark and the leaves and the leaf patterns, the colors. It's insanity. Pure intelligent design. And you feel it. You feel it in your life force. You feel recharged. When you go back to your reality and you go back to the office or you go back to your house or your job and your work, you reflect back and you say, I felt connected. I felt at peace. It's key that we spend that time in nature. I've mentioned that on plenty of episodes. It's critical for keeping us in balance, keeping us in the present. It helps with gratitude and humility. You just really appreciate yourself and everything that God's created, everything that is alive, that has consciousness. So the gym, nature, the foods you put in your body. What about the music you listen to? What about the TV programs that you watch? What about the programming that we get from people, from TV? Does that feed your life force? Does that build up your life force? When you spend time with people and you leave, does your cup feel full or does your cup feel drained? So these are all layers to think about, to reflect on, to process, to sit with. I love electronic music for building and recharging my life force. Beats per minute, it's like coffee for me. It's amazing. So be mindful. Be mindful of the music. Be mindful of the TV. Be mindful of the movies. Be mindful of all of it because it all affects your life force, your energy on your hero's journey. to feel connected to yourself, to tap into your limitless potential through endless refinement. The negative energy that we feel or that we feel from others, can we diffuse it? I don't know if I've mentioned this in the podcast, but this is something that I tell people in my personal life when they're going through those negative moments. Something triggers you, or you aren't having your releases through nature, through the gym. You just feel pin up. And typically that pin up feeling, that'll come at you right before you're about to level up, right? And your awareness and your consciousness. Tell people, when you feel that build happening and then it hits, go outside and yell and kick and scream, and don't worry about what anybody says or what they think. You're having your moment. Or if you need to go into a room and grab a pillow and yell as loud as you can, get that negative energy out. Get it out, let it go. And if you got to keep doing it, sometimes you'll end up crying. Sometimes you'll have the release, but don't hold back, let it out. Let that negative energy out. It's toxic. Let it go. It doesn't serve you. And then you may feel like kind of numb. That's part of the process. But numb is better than on edge, like you're about to pop. I wish he would. I wish she would. I'm ready. You're about to go over the edge. And project your pent up frustration and negative energy on somebody that probably doesn't deserve it for the wrath that you're about to drop on them. So going outside or going into a room and yelling and kicking and screaming and getting it out is therapeutic. Going to the gym and hitting the gym, or go and play tennis or go for a swim and unleash it is therapeutic, but that takes time. That's how you can maintain balance and normal levels and harmony. But in the moment when it's hitting you and it's hitting the fan and you feel like your head's about to pop, the way to diffuse it that will help you in that moment is by yelling, kicking, and screaming and getting it out. We're all wired different. We're tuned different. My buddy Fred, he's so like mellow and chill. It's like an old wise turtle, you know? And some of us are like squirrels. So everybody has a different normal for their energy, their life force. Breathe. Find your balance. Cultivate you. Don't run from it. Process everything you need to process so that you can be in the present. Cultivate your life force. Cultivate your energy. Be the light that you are. Be the vibrant soul having this experience in these bodies. Cultivate that, my friends. I want to invite you to go to theconnection.studio. Grab the journal for this episode. And all the episodes have a journal written out. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. Help the Connect podcast, help the Connect family expand. Expand. And leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about today's episode. I hope it inspires you. Until next time, God bless. Thanks for joining us at the Connection Studio. You can support us by sharing with others and posting to social media. Keep doing the internal work, as it will truly make all the difference. God bless.